Akihabara, an area within the Chiyoda ward of Tokyo. Akihabara is an epicenter for shopping, entertainment, and modern Japanese pop culture. It is a mecca for all things ranging from electronics, anime, video games, toys and collectibles, specialty shops, maid cafes, animal-themed cafes, American fast food restaurants, and AKB 48. What is AKB 48?
AKB 48! 1, 2, 3, 4! I want you, I need you, I need you, I love you,
Not what, but rather who. AKB48 is arguably the most popular and biggest idol group in Japan. Launched in 2005, the group name was originally known as AKiBa 48. The name comes from the aforementioned area, Akihabara, where the theater is located. That is where they perform nightly. The 48 references the first generation of members, which was comprised of 48 girls. The name has since been reduced to just AKB 48. Some say that was derived from the area's abbreviated name, AKiBa. In regards to the amount of members, currently as of December 2019, there are 107 members divided among multiple teams. 2011, a cafe and shop was built for fans to purchase merchandise, congregate, and eat and drink AKB-themed cuisine. The establishment is seconds away upon exiting the train station, and only about a 5-minute walk from the theater.
Why are we here? First reason is the most obvious, is that I have an affinity for AKB48. So behind me you'll see one of two AKB establishments. And the second establishment is this, the actual AKB48 theater. And second reason is the more important reason. Last month in November, the staff and management of AKB recently announced that they'll be closing the doors of this establishment forever. So as for why they are closing their doors, that is up for debate. According to AKS, who is the staff and management who managed AKB, claim that it's due to renovations to the store areas surrounding JR Akihabara Station. The neighboring establishment, the Gundam Cafe, have yet to announce its plans for closure. Or perhaps there may be no plans at all. According to one source, the JR Akihabara Station have no plans for renovating the stores surrounding it, nor do they have any developmental plans for the station itself. One can't help to be a little suspicious on the actual reason for the closure. Actually, the announcement for closure of this establishment doesn't really surprise me, considering that the cafe shop in Osaka, or the subsidiary group NMB48, closed down. And unfortunately, they closed down, I think it was about maybe 2 days, maybe even a day before my very first and only visit to Osaka, only to come to find out that it just recently closed down. That was definitely a great disappointment. And according to what I've read on the internet, the cafe and shop for SKE48, another subsidiary group, also closed down. So I'm also wondering if the 48 franchise were going out of business or financially destitute in some way. regardless of the reasoning behind its closure, it doesn't change the fact that it's closing. Although AKS did offer a slight glimmer of hope to alleviate the saddened plight of the fans by saying that they are considering reopening somewhere within the area in the future. My personal opinion, the store renovation claim and possible reopening of a new store within the region are merely facades, considering the aforementioned subsidiary groups, cafe and shops. I can recall my very first visit to this area and seeing this for the very first time. It is one of the first buildings, in fact, one of the first things that you see upon exiting the train station. Hey, love them or hate them, one cannot deny how incredibly iconic they are of not only Japan, Tokyo, and the Akihabara region, but also the idol culture. During my visits here, I willingly and happily made a habit of coming here almost every day. After exercising, I would come here and have lunch at a restaurant nearby, and then visiting the store, spending tens of thousands of yen on frivolous items. Basically, that's hundreds of dollars. So if not visiting the store, then at least passing by it or being within the vicinity of it, usually loitering, like some of the nerds you can probably see behind me. Just being within the vicinity, seeing the iconic logo font of the establishment, that was enough to bring a smile to my face and a modicum amount of joy. And usually when I would come here to visit, come here at least once to get one selfie and tagging myself, marking that I was here. And I even filmed, I guess you can call it a music video. Although it wasn't for an AKB song. Admittedly, I am crestfallen about the establishment's impending closure. It's unfortunate I won't be able to see this whenever I come to Akihabara. The establishment is divided into 4 sections. First, the main store. Second, the cafe. Third, a mini theater. And lastly, an additional store. Now, let's check out the main store. All right, now let's go check out the Annex store. Make no mistake, this is not the AKB theater. It's a different type of theater. Sometimes certain members may come here for events, but as far as actual recitals, those are held at 8th floor is where it's at. After visiting inside, I would have to admit that I am a little disappointed because Both the quantity and variety of items were significantly less than what was usually available here. The most important thing that was missing or unavailable was the music. You know, the thing that made them as renowned and popular as they are. So no compact discs, no Blu-rays or DVDs, nothing. There's usually some type of mannequin display featuring one of the outfits, costumes that the girls have worn, whether it was a live performance or a music video. Usually there's something like that inside there, and the glass case was empty. And speaking of empty, that's how I feel. Thus, it definitely seems like an end of an era. All right, so I went into store number 1, then I went to store number 2, the annex. I looked at the cafe, looked at the menu, and as many of you know, I have a fastidious diet, which means very strict diet, and I don't think I could stomach consuming the cuisine available here. It's very fattening, unhealthy, so I'm sorry, but I couldn't do it. I have enjoyed my visits here, every one of them, and I'll treasure those memories forever. With that being said, I bid farewell to this establishment, and I hope all of you received a decent glimpse of what it's like to be inside or be within the area. Again, my apologies not only to you, but to myself for not being able to endure the full experience, meaning the theater and the cafe, sometimes being unintentionally ignorant and not knowing the language in foreign countries makes it difficult to experience certain things. All right, that concludes the very first episode of Come With Me. Thank you for joining me on this little journey, and please come with me next time to our next destination. Won't you?